get the YouTube up.
Yeah, baby. We are back at it again. That's right. Just me and Mike and my good friend. You can see it on my lips, kind of wet and moist.
Ooh, it's all shiny.
The whiskey, baby. But it's excuse me. It's the screwball, the peanut butter whiskey. It's
Only the finest.
fresh out of the freezer. Fresh out of the freezer. It's delish. It's tasty. It's hitting the spot, soothing my throat, as my boy Dice Clay might say. But true, soothing the old throat. And who knows what will happen by the end of the podcast if I keep swinging it. You never know.
What is your favorite drink?
Oh, my favorite drink? A margarita, probably, to be straight up.
That's
I love a good margarita.
Do you like it like just regular or like spicy or mango or?
I like them all. I don't like it when they put puree in them, and I don't like any kind of pardon me. I don't like any kind of what's the word? Veggies in it.
In a margarita?
Yeah, I've had people that
like cucumber.
Yeah, just not a fan, especially when they put some of the puree stuff in there. Like I've had people do like pineapple puree and stuff in it, and chunks of pineapple in a margarita, like a spicy pineapple marg, which sounds delicious, but
without the chunks.
Without the chunks, yeah, and they put the chunks in there. I'm not a big.
So do you like it on the rocks then?
I like it on the rocks. I'm not a big frozen marg dude. I mean, yeah. I'll drink them, and I've definitely had them, and I've enjoyed them. But I'm big on the man. That shit is leaving like a glaze. It looks like my mouth. My mouth looks like I just got done with a jelly donut.
It looks like you are like a. You look like a 3-year-old with chapstick. You got to apply it himself.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of 3-year-olds. Didn't you just have a birthday? Not quite a 3-year-old birdie, but didn't you just have a birthday this last weekend?
Yeah, a 3-year-old turned 4, and it was kind of crazy because we invited, I don't know, we probably had 30 or 40 people over here, and there was supposed to be a bounce house and everything, but
bounce house
on Friday. So we had the bounce house reserved, and then on Friday, the weather was showing like an 85% chance of thunderstorms all day. So they canceled it, and then on Saturday, as the day went on, like the weather was nice, the sky was blue, the sun was out, and so Amber texted She texted the bounce house guy back. She's like, "So you want to reconsider bringing that thing out here?" And he's like, "Well, I can't get out there till 4:30 because I told everybody that we weren't working today." And she's like, "Okay, great, yeah, bring it out." And then an hour later, he texted her. He said, we can't do it. I don't have time." And so there was no bounce house, and it turned into like an inside party with a ton of people, and it was a lot of fun, but just chaos and made the house dirty, which was kind of the goal of having a bounce house, was to not do that. But it was good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound nice.
He had a blast.
Awesome. I was gonna say, yeah, I bet he did. And I got to see a picture that you sent me yesterday of him in like some gladiator outfit, which your brother sent him. That's epic. It was like the costume. He had the helmet, the chest plate. He had a sword and an axe, a battle axe. I mean, this guy was ready for battle. He was ready to send you back to Grayskull.
Yeah, it's like one of those old sets that it might be. I remember him from the 90s, but it might have existed even before that, where it's like the silver with the little bronze like dragons or whatever is on it, and has his helmet on, and it was hilarious. He was really excited when that showed up yesterday.
This goddamn, I'm really glad that first of all, I'm glad he had a good birthday. You know how I adore your boys, and I'm glad that it wasn't too much of a craziness for you and Amber to host all that inside your house. People don't realize that, it's I don't realize it because I don't put on a parties at my house ever. If I have one person over at my house, it's too fucking many.
Yeah.
I do all I can not to let anybody ever even know where I live. You've been out here to New Jersey, New York, and I didn't let you come to my house.
Oh, you would have. We just didn't have time. Yep.
Beebs is coming, and guess what? He's out here for 4 days. He's not coming to my house.
You're going straight to your dad's.
Straight to Vermont, baby. Picking him up at the airport and heading north.
Hey, don't let him have any of those maple candies when he goes out there. I know he gets a little crazy when he eats sugar.
Oh, a little sugar high, a little sugar action, little too much for the Beebs. Too much. I was later in the show. I'll play it for everyone when we get to the 2 penny tips, which is I guess people enjoyed it, which is great because St. Joe mentioned it. Yes, we are going to share a bathroom, Beebs. We and every meal we're going to go down to Rose's Cafe. Not every meal at Rose's, but we're going to go down there and enjoy some nice breakfast. Anyway,
hey, just a tip for Beebs: get to the bathroom first, not second.
That's right, because I'm a real man and I take real dumps.
And your dad doesn't have a bidet, so it's going to be a fucking mess.
That is true.
Jay doesn't even remember how to wipe his ass anymore. He said
what I normally do is I just take a douche bottle and I fill it up with water and I clean myself that way. I just flush it all up in there. Just get it flushy. That's disgusting. No, I don't.
I forget what that brand name is called, or otherwise I'd call out that douche bottle name.
It's Massengale. Massengales for Jay.
Lavender scented.
Decompact. Our buddy Beebs was eating ice cream earlier when he came on to record it. Before I dove off into something else because my brain works like a dog with ADHD. For those that were listening last week, we had a question that was somewhat religiously based, and me and Mike were like, it's not our forte. But we just so happened to have a guy. We had a guy, and we had him on to answer that question, and we'll be playing that for you later in the show. It was previously recorded, but we'll be dropping that for you later.
In front of a live studio audience.
That's right. That's what this is. In front of a live studio audience. Yes, absolutely. Play all the claps. Play them all. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. No problem.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, man. Whoa. That's enough. That's enough, guys.
Hey. Settle down, people.
Can we get back to the show?
Thank you. It's almost embarrassing when they get like that. I mean, we normally tell them to be quiet, because we're serious business. We are a serious show, and we don't want the people getting loud and crazy like that.
Did you say business?
It's business time. I love that song. I have it queued up for moments like this, but no, I'm not going to play it right now. But anyway, I guess people liked the 2 penny tip thing, which is great because I got some more this week. I don't know if they're as great, but I did get some more, and I said, "Hey, if they keep sending them in, we'll keep answering."
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm sure you are because you're a sicko, you're a weirdo, and that's why I like you. Couple other things to get to before we get to the 2 penny tips. Our buddy the Beebs and Kev were talking. I guess I don't know if it was last week or the week before or whatever, but they were talking about urinal placement or people pissing in urinal placement. This scenario they lined up was you walk into a bathroom, there's 3 urinals lined up, 3 pisses with an
pissa.
H.
That's a real pissa.
That's a real pissa. And pardon me, that's a wicked bad pissa.
So friends from Boston.
There's 3 pisses lined up. You walk in there. Which one do you go to? When you walk in, you're by yourself. You're alone in the pissa. And so are you going to go to the center, the left, or the right? Or are you one of those ladies that likes to take up one of the 2 stalls meant for sit-down action? Which one are you, Michael?
Well, there's a lot to unpack with this question because, women probably don't fully understand this, but there's a lot of different scenarios in which you walk into a men's bathroom and the setup is different. Sometimes there's like dividers between all the urinals, which to me, then it really doesn't matter where you stand. But when there's not dividers, you can get a pretty clear glance at somebody's pecker if that's what you're trying to do.
I like that.
But then also if the walls come right out like on the end of the first and third one, like I'm kind of claustrophobic where I don't like feeling the wall right on my shoulder. So I'm probably going to the middle one.
Good point.
And then if somebody walks in, I'm just, you just got to keep that focus straight ahead.
So I've got a problem when I piss.
You piss with your pants and underwear down around your ankles?
No, that would be awesome. I don't touch my dong when I pee, first of all. I've gone into restrooms and there's dudes that put their hand up on you ever seen the guy that puts his hand up on the wall?
Like he's falling forward?
And it's always a guy that's really tall. Well, I found out it's not a guy that's tall. It's a guy that has a really short dick. He's having to lean over to get his pecker over the fucking edge. And he's supporting himself. How did I find this out?
Yeah.
Because I looked at a dude that was doing
it. And it was like a little button cap.
And then I looked at another one, and they both had tiny peckers. And then I realized he's leaning it over the fucking edge.
Well, that's crazy.
So the guys that put their hands up are the tiny peers, tiny wieners. They got tiny dongs. But I like to, obviously I taught Mike about having the pee hole in the underwear. He didn't know what that was all about. So what I like to do is unzip, wrangle the thing open,
blop,
pop out the dong. And then I like to put my hands on my waist.
Your waist?
Like a Three Amigos. And I sit there and I piss and I kind of go back and forth a little bit.
Do you pull your balls out too so it just like sits on top?
No, I don't have to do that. I have enough where I don't need that.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of comes out and lays on the edge of the pant.
Yeah.
It's a good angle for peeing down.
I tried it. It does work.
It does. It's nice, actually. You should probably educate your boys before they get to turn into you.
I didn't have to put my hand on the wall either.
No. But for me, I enjoy the middle stall. And there's a reason for that. Anybody that listens to this knows I'm a fucking show off. I'm not saying I have the greatest penis in the world, but I still want somebody to look at it.
Well, it's easier to fist bump too if you're right in the middle.
That's right. It's easier for me to lock elbows with somebody. Like if somebody's having a hard time peeing, I reach over and I put my arm through their arm and I tell them, I'm here for you, man.
Then they have a really hard time peeing.
No, usually they piss out of being scared right away. So I do take the middle stall. I'm always like weird, like my friends, like let's say we're playing golf. That's usually when it happens the most to me, at least with people that I'm familiar with. Speaking of which, remember when we went to the Seattle game? I had to go take a dump.
I recall. Yeah.
It was horrible. And that was a public setting. That was a real public setting and a public sitting.
That's because we had that Asian food before we went to the stadium.
Damn near killed me.
All them greasy noodles.
So good. That greasy goodness, baby. So anyway, I like to take the middle stall, but what's weird is my friends, when they like, if we're making the turn at 9 and we walk into the clubhouse, we go to the pissers. They don't come and piss in the urinals next to me. They go to the fucking little stalls where you sit down and piss.
Do they sit down or do they lift the lid?
I don't know, but I'm assuming they're not sitting down. Because if they were sitting down, I'd hear them. I could hear them sit down.
If I'm at home and it's like my first piss of the morning, like I'll sit down to do that.
People can't see me turning my head and wonder.
You look like a dog right now. Like
why?
I don't know, just out of laziness, I guess.
Oh. That's wild. Are you a shower peer?
Sure, yeah. Definitely.
Are you a bathtub peer? Like if Beebs says he hangs out in the bathtub. Your kids are getting in after you anyway. Do you just take a pissa right in the fucking bathtub?
No, I don't do that.
That's disgusting.
That would be gross.
I'm a shower pisser.
I don't know who wouldn't be. Like if you literally,
trust me, I've had several ladies tell me that it's fucking disgusting and
they just don't want you to piss on them.
I've never pissed on anyone.
But no, if you intentionally hold your pee while you're taking a shower, then I find that to be ridiculous.
I find that when I'm in the shower, even if I've already pissed, I have the urge to pee.
Yeah, it's all that nice warm water flowing down your butt crack. Like,
oh, well, let me tell you a little trick. And the Beeb says that's against hot dog water rules. I agree. By the way, there is no bathtub at my dad's house. It's a stand-up shower only. So he's gonna want to he's gonna want to get in my bathtub water, my hot dog water, and I'm not gonna let him. So because there is none.
Well,
there is a swimming pool.
You guys will have to play tummy sticks to take a shower, I think.
That could be a possibility. We could do that. We're far enough out in the rural mountains to do it where it won't be looked on as weird. And Mr. the Keb says there are people who owe in the shower and then there are liars. I think he meant pee. But I agree.
His keyboard's broken.
Yeah, his keyboard needs a new one. But like for me, I get in there like, I was gonna tell you a little secret. If you ever want to piss in the shower real quick, scratch your butt cheeks. No joke. Just give them a nice little scratch. You don't have to like dig in the crack. I'm saying just on the butt cheeks. Give them a little scratch. Next thing you know, pissing. Pissing everywhere.
I just close my eyes and feel the warm, and it'll come right out.
That is nice. Yeah, nothing like a good pee in the shower.
Amber always said it's good for getting rid of foot fungus too.
Yeah, I've heard that all through school when I was just piss on your feet. You know, next thing you know, you're in the high school shower with 17 other fucking dudes and everybody's pissing on each other's feet. Come here, bro. Let me piss on your toes.
Hey, get back here.
Speaking of fucking toes. Did you hear about the toe-sucking bandit?
I did.
You did?
I sent it to you, fool.
Oh, good. Did we talk about it yet?
Not on here.
I looked it up. This guy's a legend.
He's a real Doug for sure.
He is. Oh, that is right. You did tell me. So listen to this, because obviously this happened in Florida, because that's where all the fucking weirdos are, including our friends that
Mr. the Keb,
Mr. the Keb, Beebs, and St. Joseph. But in this story, and you did send this to me. Now that I'm looking back on it, Florida police because I'm assuming they found this guy, were searching for a toe-sucking bandit who startled a Manatee County resident on Christmas Eve morning. And if I say Manatee wrong, I don't give a fuck. So shut up. But anyway, it says Bradenton, Florida. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, Bradenton. Florida police are searching for a toe-sucking bandit. That is so awesome. Who startled a Manatee resident on Christmas Eve morning. The resident said he awoke to discover an intruder in his bedroom sucking on his toes. The victim asked the suspect what he was doing and told the intruder that he did not have any money. The intruder replied, "I'm just here to suck toes." Which to the resident responded by punching the intruder in the face.
Like he should.
You ain't sucking my toes, motherfucker. Because
not today.
Like, yeah, not today. I might get kind of freaky with it. I might be like, yo, put on some music and let you suck my toes. I'd be like, oh wait, hold on. Get the pinky one. Get the big one. Suck on that big toe.
I mean, I've heard of like foot fetish stuff, obviously, with like OnlyFans and stuff nowadays, but you don't hear a lot of like, and this, what would you say in the picture? This guy's like at least 50, probably 45, 50.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, having a fetish for breaking into people's houses and sucking another grown man's toes. That's freaking nuts.
Hey, baby, let me suck on them toes, yo.
And like, men's feet are pretty disgusting. If you ask me, like we're way rough, and I don't know.
I guess it depends on who you're talking about.
You probably get the pedicure every other week, so
I do get pedicures. I got some nice toes, long toes, for some reason.
Long doesn't seem that suckable.
You want a nice, don't have anything long, then
nice plump toe to suck on.
Dude, I'd put them on screen right now if I didn't charge $4.99 a minute on feetfinderonly.com. Not to mention, I'm not looking for anybody to get all nutty buddy thinking about, ooh, we can see Jay's toes. Not for free, you can't. Join my Patreon, motherfuckers. Join my Patreon and suck my toes. But yeah, the toe-sucking bandit. That dude sounds legendary. Absolutely legendary.
Yeah, maybe he can find some of our friends down there, or maybe we can just like send them some addresses, and they can wake up to having their toes sucked like a telegram or like a Christmasgram kind of thing. Like,
I'm thinking, there's great ways to wake up. That might not be so bad.
Could be worse for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he could have robbed you. He could have slit your throat, but all this dude wanted to do was suck on your toes a little bit. I mean,
this little piggy went to.
Yeah. You got that super stroke Glock 6000, baby, and just like, put that toe out your mouth, boy. I'd be trying to pop it out the side of his cheek. Ooh, ooh, yeah, suck them toes, baby.
Easy on the corns.
Ooh, yeah, make me get all excited. Enjoy that poonberry jam, baby. Poonberry jam. Now that doesn't delish.
That doesn't sound like something that should be in your toes.
Depends on who you messing with. And if she's freaky, she might be down with it. Poonberry jam. You ever had any poonberry jam?
You might have to define it for me, and then I can let you know.
So there's a couple different things about what poonberry jam is, but most of them surround about being. So let's say ladies have a vaginal discharge.
Okay.
And it gets a little
dried out,
maybe a little solid state,
like curdled milk, kind of.
Think dingleberries out your butthole. Think poonberries out your putty cat. That's right. That's a poonberry jam, baby. That is so yummy.
Okay, no, I have not had that.
You haven't had no poonberry jam sandwiches?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, I have. Yeah, I've had some poonberry jam. Speaking of which, I let you know last week, poonberry, put it on the sandwich. And last week we reminded you that Keb doesn't like you. So therefore, that's why he didn't ask you to be a guest on his series of the Stupid History Minute.
Sure, yeah.
But he asked me to be the first one because he knew I was the best one to do the job. He asked the Beebs to be the last one because, well, he felt guilty and was like, I better give him something.
He's a caboose.
Yeah, he's a co-host of my show, my other show. Keb has like 7 fucking shows going on. I also heard that, in all honesty, I found this out. The reason you never see Mama D is that's actually Mr. the Keb playing dress up like Mrs. Doubtfire. Keb is Mama D.
Damn. Mama the Keb.
Mama the Keb. That's right. And it's all a front. It's all a front.
Well, you know what? With the state of the country these days, state of the world, I guess, everybody's kind of involved. That seems like an entirely legitimate possibility.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm glad I found that out. Little disheartening, but anyway.
I'm just impressed that his second personality can be so like nice and positive.
And you were talking about how bad his accents are.
Yeah.
He does a really good one with Mama D's.
He must be a real schizo because like that's impressive.
I agree. Now, Mama D, if she hears this, is going to be like, that's mean.
It's a me.
It's me, Mario. I'm sorry, Mama D. I don't mean no mistake about it. I just, it's fun. Actually, I'm just kidding. Mama D has way bigger tits than Keb. You cannot fake those.
Well, at least a better shape. Like,
no, they're bigger. I did a sleepover, Mama D's sleepover episode.
Oh, that's true.
And she was wearing a little tiny negligee. And let me tell you what, the girls are on point. Mama D might tell you, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Keb, don't do the laundry. But
don't touch my undies.
Don't smell my panty drawer, Keb.
Well, maybe it should be Mama Double D.
It might be Mama Triple D.
Sheesh.
Those things are delish. I mean, well, I don't know about their deliciousness. I was not invited to partake in that kind of episode.
Right. You just got to watch.
Yes. They were fantastic. So Mama D, shout out to your titties. And all the good episodes you're doing with people. She had an Australian chick on with her last week.
I like that.
Let me tell you what, that Australian accent, that gets my wiener standing up in the right direction. My wiener heading north, baby, like the fucking Santa Claus boy heading way up to the North Pole.
You had to tuck it up under your waistband like you're in middle school.
That's right. That thing was trying to dig into my belly button. It was time, business time. That Australian chick. I don't know who she was or what kind of podcast she has, but I didn't give a shit.
Or what she looks like.
I just closed my eyes. I just listened to her the whole time. I was sitting there thinking about, my cousin Erica sitting on the porch back in 1982. She was wearing that little bikini, and she didn't know that I was watching. And no, I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
Damn.
That didn't happen. That's a joke.
Was that in Bowie?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Amon G. Carter Lake out on the dock. The Blue Docks.
That's the nicest lake I've ever seen.
I know, right? Anyway, speaking of sandwiches with Poonberry jam and my cousin, what is your favorite sandwich? And I don't want you to say, I like a Cuban. Like if you had to make a sandwich, and you had the ability, not like going to a store and ordering one, not like, oh, it's a number 7 at Jersey Mike's or the number 8 at Quiznos. No, like Mike's making a sandwich at home. What are you going to? What's the ingredients?
Probably my favorite sandwich would be like, after Thanksgiving when you have all the leftovers and you have like some good French bread and you put the turkey and the gravy and the cranberry sauce, put all that into a sandwich. That is about as good as it gets.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I love that.
But as far as like sandwich goes, I really like Italian sandwiches. And so if I can, layer up some salami and pepperoni and stuff like that. And
what kind of veggies you're putting on there?
I like all the veggies. I like, lettuce, tomatoes, olives, some like, sometimes banana peppers, stuff like that. Pickles, if there's a good like spicy pickle, stuff like that.
Bread and butter chips, bread and butter pickles.
Yeah. Anything like that.
I like throwing some potato chips on my sandwich.
Yeah, or like barbecue chips.
Yeah, baby.
Amen.
Hallelujah, motherfucker. That is right. That is righteous.
My mom always thought that I would open a sandwich place when I was an adult because, like, when I was 4 years old, I would, those frozen Lender's brand bagels. I would take one of those and heat it up, and then, my cooking skills as a child was obviously not very good, but I would take one of those and she had the microwavable bacon, so I'd microwave some bacon and then put some Kraft single cheese on it with some lettuce. And I'd make that for myself for breakfast as like a 4 or 5 year old, and I love the shit out of that. That was good too.
How can you not? It's good stuff. If I had to make a sandwich at home, I guess I love all the sandwiches you just said. Like I love to grab some salami and ham, turkey, whatever. Throw some, a little slice of cheese on there. Get the salt and pepper and maybe a little vinegar and oil and some lettuce and pickles and tomato and onion. And that's good. It's a good sandwich. But if somebody said, I really like a chicken salad sandwich. I love chicken salad.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing to do is I said not a place you go, but here, I'm just going to say it anyway. There's a place called Valente's down the road. It's Italian deli. You go in there and they have two different chicken salads. They have one they call it a chunky chicken salad, but it has like celery in it, grapes, craisins, veggies.
A little bit of sweet and salty.
Mm-hmm. Little, just the way you like it. And I get that between two pieces of bread, and I add bacon. It's not good for you, but I don't care. But actually, if I'm at home, a guilty pleasure of mine is just cooking up a nice grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
I really enjoy
I like tomato soup.
Perfect.
Little dippy do.
Yeah, I love that.
Something I really like if you're at like a good bagel place is a veggie sandwich. That's real fucking good. Bagel with cream cheese and cucumber and peppers and sprouts, like a big old handful of sprouts on top of that and red onion. I'll eat the shit out of that too.
Yeah, how could you not? This is the part of the show when I'm going to play the Beebs pre-recorded section when he answers our buddy Gunner from last week when he asked a question that I thought would be more up his alley. So I'm going to play that right now. And now we're moving on. Thanks a lot, Beebs, for joining us and doing that for us. We appreciate it.
That was great. I loved it.
That was great. And you did love it. You loved it. You loved it so much.
Ooh, was that some toe sucking?
Smoochies and toe suckings. Yes, at the same time. That was a good one. How about you know what? We need to find some music for the 2 penny tips.
We do.
I don't have any.
We could have people give us submissions and maybe make a contest out of it. Or you know what I've noticed about is it Beebs podcast? Does he have different music every single week?
I believe so. He may be rolling through like 4 or 5 different ones, but so far he's it's actually I like it.
I do too.
I do know that I think there was one episode when he tried to play music in the background through the whole thing, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I do enjoy some segments with music, like and by the way, Keb and Beebs, when you were guys doing your episode and you do the
jokes,
game show part, the jokes, and you're playing that music, the game show music, you need to keep it. It needs to be. I mean, I know Beebs always says, "I can't hear anything. Turn it down." No, but then you turn it down and we can't hear it either. So I think maybe don't turn it down as much. And Beebs, stop being a pussy, because music is awesome. Your guys' intro music on the Refiltered is sick. I like it. And it's I also like all the music in the episode that you guys use for your segments. I mean, it's not going to be as cool as the segment music that me and Mike are going to come up with, because we're musically inclined and awesome.
And other stuff too.
I'm just built fucking different, bitch. But so here we go. I don't have any music this week, but we're going to roll right into, you guessed it, the 2 penny tips. And here we are. This person says,
do they have a name?
I read. They do have a name. I don't know how to say it. It's just a bunch of initials and numbers. I'm sorry. It says, when I was young and single, I would look enviously at friends in relationships. Why are people giving us relationship questions?
We're clearly so good at what we do.
Mike is married, which means he has no clue about relationships. I'm single, which means I have really no clue about relationships. Says, when I was young and single, I look enviously at friends in relationships. Now I'm middle-aged and just had to look at a boil on my wife's ass to see if it was infected. Nobody talks about this kind of stuff when you're 20. Fuck my life. FML is what they said, but I can't speak on this because, well, was I married at one point in time? Yes, I was. Were there things that happened that I didn't ever expect or didn't plan on? Yes. I will say this. I don't care. If this person listens to this show, fuck them. I have nothing bad to say about them, but the closest thing to anything like this, they were very constipated one time, like impacted, or as Brandon said earlier, what was the word he used?
Decompact.
Yeah, that sounds gross. They were impacted, so I guess they needed to decompact. Not impacted. They didn't go in there with a scooper or anything, but anyway, they were really constipated and tried some things at home, like the water or like the enemas, which she could do, but it didn't work at home. So we went to the doctor and they put a goddamn tube up her ass, had her lay on her side, and they just let water like gravity feed into her butthole. And I guess it had a little pressure pushing on the bag to like force the water up in there a little bit, but not too hard. You don't want to.
That's called colonics, I think, is what you're referring to, right? Hydrocolonics.
I don't know. They did this in the fucking emergency room.
I had a friend growing up who's at some point his mom turned her career into hydrocolonics, and so as you can imagine, he got a lot of shit from all of us for that. A lot of turkey baster talk, stuff like that.
Turkey baster. But anyway, let's just say that that was somewhat embarrassing for her, I'm sure. Not really for me. I'm like, it just smells bad. But so she had to lay there, and then obviously it started to work. She felt the gurgles, and let's just say shit flew out.
Yeah. So what's funny about this question is I actually find it pretty relatable, which I don't know if most people do, but I get what he's saying. It's like you've
never looked at a boil on Amber's butthole.
You pine for or, in high school and middle school and stuff.
Pine. That's a word that comes after pork.
Porcupine. You're you look around and there's people dating in high school, which really doesn't mean anything. For the most part, there are some people that get married after high school or whatever, and it lasts. But then you get into a serious relationship and find out that life has a lot more serious things that come along that aren't, I guess, all rosy and stuff. But
like booty hole boils.
As far as looking at a boil on your wife's ass, the recommendation I would give you from personal life experience is she probably needs to take a pregnancy test.
You're saying chicks get boils when they're pregnant?
It can have to do with the change in hormones and stuff in the body.
So have you seen a boil on your wife's booty?
I'm pleading the fifth right now.
Which means, folks, that he has. Thank you very much. I will text Amber myself and say, hey. And if I haven't ever said her name on here, I'll delete it out. So fuck off. No need to cry about it or worry about it. I'll take care of it. But so what? I mean, I guess this really isn't even he's not asking for a tip.
Yeah, he's just
I guess it's a he.
You assume.
You never know these days. So yeah, I guess you got to look at your wife's boil. I mean, to make sure it wasn't infected. Isn't a boil infected as it is? Isn't that what
it's kind of just like a big bump under the skin, and it's just filled with fluid. So
what happens if you don't pop or get one cut? What happens to the boil? Does it stay underneath there and just like?
I think it's just painful, so you want to get it like, basically they just they just take a razor and cut it and squeeze all the stuff out.
That sounds disgusting. All right, let's move on to our next one. Let's see.
That was your first 2-penny tip.
That was. You sick fucks. That one wasn't even that bad. I'm hoping. I want like disgusting stuff.
So you might have to send your own tips to truly get what you're looking for.
That's true. All right, let's see what this one says. A young listener. I'm 28.
Ooh, Lassie.
I live on a street full of old people. My neighbor, Doris, is a lovely lady, but is incredibly lonely and her memory is gone. I write postcards, birthday cards, Christmas cards to her from made up people. She tells me about them over the fence when we talk, and she has a huge smile and she's convinced that she knows all of them. Does this make me a bad person? I don't think there's the message. I don't think it makes anybody a bad person. I think it makes you kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I'd have been like, no, you're a weird old lady. But how cool of you. I mean, I guess if you're wasting a bunch of postage on it, it might not be as cool. But
yeah, just like walk it over
you
there.
know what? It is worth it. What's a postage? I don't even know what a postage stamp costs these days.
I think like 56 cents, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's $1 now.
Well, once Biden took office, it probably is $1.
Crazy enough, I saw some weird thing. You know how we were talking about how Britney Spears has totally lost her mind and she's crazy on her Instagram and all these weird shit?
For sure.
There's real shit going around and proof that somebody has one of those deep fake AI programs and is doing all these videos with green screens and AI. And they slowed and slowed down some of the videos and definitely prove that there's a green screen. I have my own sitting back here. This is real, but I have a green screen that I can pull up.
Yeah.
I just don't use it anymore. And I could tell that's definitely a green screen when they point it out. Things disappear in and out of the video, which you can tell that that's a on-screen video running because it loops. And when she does some of this stuff with her face and her hands, you can tell the face changes because the AI's filter is catching up.
Mm-hmm.
They slow it down. It's pretty crazy. And I'm like, God damn. Have you ever seen the deepfake Tom Cruise account on TikTok?
Yeah. One, I think there's a lot of even Tom Cruise lookalikes and stuff like that, but all that shit's.
But some of it's wild.
This AI shit is just getting nuts.
Yeah, with the voices and it is nutty.
Like it's making songs and stuff that sound like legit, like the Kanye AI.
Yeah, or the Joe Rogan AI experience.
Yeah,
there's a whole podcast of him and guests that never been on his show.
It's just all fake.
I love it. I love it, and it scares the shit out of me.
But anyway, I like about that last person telling us all that is it just shows that the people are listening to us are just as fucked up as we are. It's great. I love it.
I don't know if they're fucked up. That sounds way nicer than you or me.
But
that's got to be a female.
Ultimately is a nice thing, but like when you come up with that idea, it probably seems kind of funny at first.
What kind of name is Buren?
Sounds German, I would think.
Sounds Nova Scotian.
Van Buren?
It's one of my people from Nova Scotia.
No. Maybe.
Yeah. Buren. Beer run? I don't know. Like a beer run. Anyway. I'm waiting for some kind of tip to give here. I think you're awesome, whoever you are. I hate to fucking say that. I want to talk shit about people, but hey, you're fucking cool.
Keep it up.
You're awesome. Keep being a cool person, Buren.
We support.
Yeah, you're so fucking
the
cool.
Buren.
The Buren. Jeez, let's get on to the next one.
It's really good sound effects, by the way.
You're welcome. I have another one.
That's too long.
That is long.
It's still going.
It's got a whooshy echo to it.
Whoa.
Whooshy. Very whooshy. Anyway, so what was I doing? Oh, all right, here we go. This one, okay. This one is bad. I'm going to have to call in. We're going to have to get a mental health worker on here next time. All right. So this says, it already starts off wild. I love my brother more than myself. He's been second only to my father. He got married last year and everything was really awesome. Everyone was happy. But this summer, when I came home for some days, I made a grave mistake of fooling around with his wife. She's a very nice woman, beautiful and sincere, and we have a lot in common. The day we met and made love, it was really very hard to forget. But due to my brother, I stopped talking to her. But for now, after a few months, I have talked to her and she told me that she's in love with me. I'm feeling suicide. God.
Oh,
I'm feeling, yeah, like
not good.
not good. It's like I have ruined my brother's everything. Okay, this is way too deep for us. I honestly didn't read the whole thing before. I just read the first one. It said, I love my brother. And then I slept with his wife. And I was like, this is perfect.
This is going great.
So let's cut off the end part where he's all fucking weird or she's weird. No, this is a dude, by the way.
Oh, I was thinking it was a girl.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it just got way worse then too.
Yeah, it's a dude. Oh, wait. It doesn't say Michael. It says Michelle. But it says Michelle Keeper. I thought it said Michael. Michell.
Michelle.
Michelle. I'm going to also pretend that this is not a real person.
Yeah, I don't think that's a real story. It sounds like they're joking with us.
This is a little fake. You fucking trolls. Okay, you fucking trolls.
And you, if anybody was thinking about doing that, you just shouldn't do it.
Let me say this. Let me go ahead and address a couple things on here. First of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with finding your friends or your loved ones, your families, significant others attractive. It's okay to look at somebody and think they're beautiful. It's okay to look at somebody and think they're pretty. That's not a act of, what's the word, Mike?
Sin?
Decision, sin. Sure, sin, whatever. That's not an act of malicious, whatever, something. It's not a bad thing to look at somebody and think they're beautiful. That's okay. You can do that. You can even compliment somebody as long as you don't make it creepy. It's like one thing for me if I see Mike's wife and I go, oh, you look beautiful today. Or I've even done this before. I've told her nails look really pretty. Like when she always does her nails and puts them on TV or social media. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, those look pretty. Nice. Good job. Whatever. That's not creepy. That's not me trying to get in Mike's wife's pants. But when you actually go far enough to where you're sleeping with your brother's wife, you have crossed a very, 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 very big line.
And you know what you're doing.
And you absolutely know what you're doing because you say in here, if you're actually being real, that you feel like you've ruined your brother's everything. At the same time, let me say this, as far as it comes to regret, and you use the word of, you use a word in here that I don't like to use on the show, about ending things, about a permanent end to a temporary, a permanent solution to a temporary problem, even though it may be a very big problem. But that's what you're discussing. That's what you're talking about, or at least in this message you sent us. Even if this is not real, I guess it's a topic maybe they wanted to hear us touch on. I will say this. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. It runs from May 1st to the end of the month. It's about bringing awareness to mental health and to the different kinds of people and the different levels of it. I think everybody at one time or another has challenged and has fought with their own personal demons, with their own mental health. I think it's important for everybody to take a self-evaluation sometimes and think about where you're at. If you are considering a permanent, solution, just please don't. Call somebody, get some help if you're actually really looking to do that. Just don't do it. Okay. No matter how bad it gets, there's a way for it to be done and over with. All of this too can pass. It's going to suck if any of it's fucking true. There's no good way around this, but it's better than you not being here. And I don't even know who the fuck you are, Michelle, Michael, whatever your name is. And if you are a real person and you're really dealing with this, feel free to hit me or Mike up on Twitter, or hit show up to Penny or Mr. Thizzler on Twitter. Hit us up and we'll be happy to talk to you, or I'll help you get somebody that can talk to you, and Mike will too.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you're real, I'm sorry that you're going through this. You know better, obviously. Find a way out. Don't find a way to quit. Just find a way out. And if you need some help, reach out. We'll be happy to, because this is not the time or place for me to be talking about this shit. I've been drinking alcohol, baby.
He's getting deep in this shit.
Yeah, fuck all this talk. I want to fuck your mom. I don't want to talk about you fucking doing shit. Jesus. I mean, I can fuck his mom. I'm not married to him, so it's not weird. You ever had sex with the girl's mom that you knew, the girl?
No, I've not.
I have. We'll talk about that next week. Come back. Anyway, I think it's time for a little bit of musical ministries with Mr. Thizzler, who this week is going by Senor. Yes.
All right. So this week I have a song that I believe you first showed me by, we'll segue right into an artist called Little Dicky. This is a song that he did with Chris Brown called Freaky Friday. And if you listen to the lyrics, it is fucking hilarious. But essentially it's him and Chris Brown switching bodies, and Chris Brown wanting to basically get his body back, and so he hunts Little Dicky down in his body and beats the shit out of him until they switch back. I don't know. It's a good one. This definitely isn't a song that people don't know about. Like, I'm sure plenty of people have listened to it, but I figured this would be a good fun one to play this week. So
yes, let's check it out. Freaky Friday with Little Dicky featuring the Christopher Brown. What is that?
Wrong sound.
Little Dicky. Ooh. I woke up Chris Breezy. Oh my God, I'm the man. I'm so fly and I can dance. There's tattoos on my neck. I just FaceTime Kanye. I told him I'm his biggest fan, yeah. Got all these hoes in my DM. Yeah, I do. Hold up. Holy shit, I got a kid. Oh, I can sing so well. Wonder if I can say the N-word. Wait, can I really say the N-word? What up, my nigga? What up, my nigga? Big ups, my nigga. We are my nigga. You pussy ass nigga. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Cause I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I woke up in Chris Brown's body. So how this shit turned into Freaky Friday. But we got no choice but to turn this bitch sideways. I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday. I'm in Chris Brown's body. I drive his Ferrari and I'm like skin black.
What the fuck? I woke up and I'm Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky? What the fuck? This shit is real weak. How's Dick staying perched up on his balls like that? Walking down the street and ain't nobody know my name. Whoa. Ain't no paparazzi flashing pictures, this is great. Whoa. Ain't nobody judging cause I'm black or my controversial past. I'ma go and see a movie and relax. Hey, I'm a blood, but I can finally wear blue. Cool. Why's his mama calling all the time? Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Wait, if I'm in Diggy body, Breezy is who? Hold my daughters in school. Fuck, if I was Chris Brown, where would I be? What would I do?
I woke up in Chris Brown's body. So how this shit turned into Freaky Friday. But we got no choice but to turn this bitch sideways. I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday. I'm in Chris Brown's body. I look at my soft dick with the light. It's my dream dick.
If I was little Diggy in my body, where would I be? I'm trying to find myself like an introspective monk.
I'm balling on the court, oh my god, I can dunk. Snap and flick of my jump.
My dick is trending on Twitter, fuck. Now I'm at the club, I talk my way into getting in. I look up in the VIP, my goodness, there I am. I signal to him, let me in, but he won't let me in.
I don't know who that is.
Wait, who the fuck he think he is? Took a glass bottle, shatter it on the bouncer's head. Welcome to that motherfucker.
Wait, think it through for a sec. If you hurt me, then you only hurting yourself.
But wait, I love myself.
That was the key, now it's switching back. I woke up in Chris Brown's body. So how this shit turned into...
It's Friday right now. It's Friday, and what would happen if you woke up in Jay's body?
Ooh, I would fucking not go to work. That's what I would do.
You not go to work? What do you mean? I go to work.
No, I just wouldn't.
Oh, you just wouldn't?
No, I'd go do something else.
You would live that single guy life for a little bit. I know you would.
I would check out that Bumble.
Oh, that Bumble. Trust me, you ain't missing shit. That fucking stuff's for the birds. Fuck.
Well,
I
what
gave
would
up
you
on
do
it.
if you were in my body? Besides touch your penis.
I'd probably bang your wife. I'm just kidding. I wanted to say it for myself
Easy,
earlier.
Bandit.
I'd suck her toes. No, that's gross. I've had too much whiskey.
He's loosened up.
I'm loosen up, baby. No. I don't know. I don't think it'd be good. I'd probably
It'd be boring.
yeah, because everybody in your house would be pissed because I can't cook like you. They'd be like, "Oh, this fucking sucks." I'm like, "Burger King, bitches."
Egos.
Lego my ego right in your mouth. Yeah, for sure. One thing that I wanted to say before we get too crazy off, because I know earlier we were doing the 2 penny tips, and I was thinking about, I don't know if this was a real thing or a troll, because obviously I don't know these people, or maybe I do, and they're just putting this in because I asked for people to do it at one point in time. But if you really are struggling with something and you're considering stuff like, I'll say it one time, if you're struggling and you're considering stuff like suicide and you're having a life crisis, 24 hours a day, you can reach out. All you got to do is hit 3 little buttons on your phone. You can always call 911. They will send somebody, I promise you. Or you can dial 988. That's the National Suicide and Crisis Intervention line. Yeah. 988. That's all you got to press. Or you can even text it. If you don't want to talk and you want to text, just hit 988 and somebody will answer you. Somebody's always there. Somebody will always pick up. Somebody will always text. And
God, I was thinking this morning that would be a hard job.
That'd be a horrible job. It's a job that it's a very thankless job. I have experience trying to help someone and not succeeding and them passing, but not through those means. Actually, when I moved out here in a parking lot at a grocery store, there was a guy that fell. I was witnessing fall out of his truck as he was getting in. He was trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Passed out. And at first I was like, this dude's drunk or something, but it was in a work truck. Doesn't always mean anything. Anyway, I went over there. Dude was out, barely breathing. Anyway, I gave him mouth to mouth and gave him CPR, and somebody called 911 while I was doing it. And I had somebody count for me and stuff. I'm a certified first responder. But I did find out while we were able, even when the paramedics got there, to get his heart beating again, he did pass. And honestly, it was weird because for like 3 days, it really fucked me up in my head because I had done everything I could to like save this person and I couldn't save him. But it just goes to show you, hey, some things are what they are. They're meant to be. But it doesn't have to be for you. Just hit 988. That's all I'm going to say on the rest of that. So yeah, it's Friday. And you've had a whole long week of listening to everybody else's podcast, and now you found your way to the 2 penny. And
it's been a roller coaster.
It's been a fucking wild ride, ladies. It's the PGA Championship this week. How did your boss's trip to the Masters go? Did he speak on it?
Yeah, I think he enjoyed it a lot. The tough thing was, it's kind of a shitty weather weekend.
Yes, it was.
And like those big trees and stuff were falling over. Luckily, he wasn't in the vicinity, but
nobody got hurt.
No, he had a great time. I guess they set up chairs in a good spot, whatever that means. But
yeah,
I think it was a really cool experience for him. He enjoyed it.
Good. I know it's a lot of money, but there are people that do it every year, and once you're in the lotto, you kind of get to keep that lotto.
Yeah, and it's not as expensive.
Correct. But this week is the second major of the year. It's really the third. The Players is kind of a major in most players and people's minds, but they don't consider it one of the four majors. We have the PGA Championship coming up, and then we have the Open, which is people used to call it the British Open, but it's called the Open, and then we have the U.S. Open. I think it's in that order. I could be wrong, but the PGA Championship is this weekend up in Rochester, New York, and at Oak Hill Country Club. And a good friend of ours who I actually listens to this show, not a friend of ours, a friend of mine that listens to this show, is playing in it. Ben Kern, he was a golf pro in Texas, and he's a golf pro in Ohio now. He moved up to Hickory Hills last year. Him and his wife moved up there, and their 2 kids, 2 daughters. But anyway, awesome. He's playing it this week. He played it in 2018. He's playing it again this week, so I'm happy for him. It's awesome. You can follow him on Instagram if you want to. Ben Kern PGA, I think is his name.
He's super hot.
No, yeah. Ben is a big boy. Enough to where the announcers on TV call him Big Ben.
Oh,
he's a big boy, large, and in charge. But he hits a great ball. What's good about golf is it doesn't matter. I mean, your physical shape doesn't always have any bearing on the golf ball. And it's good because they got some of the live players, the Rebel Golf League coming in and playing this week. Dustin Johnson won in a playoff over Cam Smith this last weekend on live. They were playing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, very close to you, Mike. Your internet has gone to shit again for some reason, which I don't know why. And maybe you're totally gone. And if you are, then that just sucks. Did you leave us? Are you gone forever, Mike? Yep, he left. So anyway, now he's here? I mean, he was gone. So what? See, people, this is what I mean.
Can you hear me?
I can now. I mean, but you're like going in and out. Like, I don't even know. I don't think you're even caught up with us right now. So that being said, so that I don't have to do so much editing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but now this video is all weird. Anyway, there he is. He's typing. But your voice is 30 seconds behind your mouth moving. This is great.
That's crazy.
Because we've had no problems. So I'm sorry, folks, for any of the technical difficulties, but we appreciate you tuning in. Big shout out to all our friends. Everybody runs through it anytime. I'm not going to tell what days they're on because it really doesn't matter. But make sure you check out Mama D and Pedals of Support, Mr. the Keb on the Stupid History Minute, Mr. the Keb and the Beebs on the Refiltered, St. Joe with Nailed It, Beebs with Finding Your Way, and as always, your favorite 2 stoods right here at the Two Penny Podcast.
These guys.
Senor, Mikey Diz, and Jay Johns. We appreciate you. We are the guys. We are these guys. These nuts. So yeah, Mike, is it working now? Try to talk.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay. Well, I was gonna mention too. So you forgot to mention the NFL.
I didn't have time. We'll next
okay.
Week. We've got several weeks before the season.
Fair enough.
Starts. So next week we'll do a little NFL schedule breakdown of our beloved Broncos.
Yeah, the Nuggets are in the Western Conference Finals right now. When this comes out,
Nugs are in.
They'll have their 2 first. 2-0. Yeah, hopefully they're up 2-0 against the Lakers. So
yeah,
fuck LeBron.
Fuck the Bron.
Fuck Anthony Davis.
Fuck AD. The unibrow.
And whoever else on the Lakers, fuck them too.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant. Fuck
and
you.
Shaquille O'Neal.
And Anthony Peeler. And I don't know anybody else. Who cares? Anyway, so yeah, go Nuggies and go Broncos. Go Rockies. Avs, we'll see you next year. I don't know what the soccer team is in Denver. I know they have one because I've been to some of those games.
The Rapids.
The Colorado Rapids.
Hey, and the Mammoth is the lacrosse team. That's pretty cool stuff.
Badass. Yeah. We love, what is it, lacrosse?
Mammoth.
Oh, we love lacrosse. It's the Colorado Mammoth.
Based off the sport of the Native Americans.
Love chasing the hard ball. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. If you like chasing balls and catching them in your hand mitts, then you might be a lacrosse player.
And anybody listening, send out more questions and comments and stuff for the 2 penny tips. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's true. Mike's internet difficulties fucked me up. I was moving towards that. Yeah, if you have more questions, comments, concerns, funny stories, confessions.
I do like a good confession.
I do too. I think we had one tonight.
Well,
it's kind of weird though.
Yeah.
So go fuck yourself for sending that in, Michelle or whatever your name is. But if you need help, go get it.
Kev wants to know where they can be sent to.
What can be sent to where?
The messages.
Oh, the messages.
Jay's drunk. Sorry, guys.
I did have them sending them to not the Instagram, the Twitter. I had them sent on the Twitter, but I also checked our phone number and we had a bunch on there too. So I have enough for a few weeks of this. But let me look at this up. Let me look up the 2 penny hotline, which I don't ever give out anymore, but it's 732-898-2068. 732-898-2068. Let me watch you masturbate.
And it does receive pictures too, so feel free to.
Yeah, you can send pictures. You can call it. You can send
videos.
Pictures. Yeah, anybody can do it. 732-898-2068. Call us, make a confession. If you have a religious confession, we'll get the Saint Joseph to come on, and we'll get him to come on and put holy water on you.
Can you imagine the confessional with Saint Joe?
Yeah, I can. He's a fucking
holy
giant.
Shit. That would be a great
segment.
segment.
It'd be more like going to a place with the glory hole. Saint Joe just reaches his big old dong through the confessional.
You just see his finger in the hole, like.
Yeah, and all you hear is, take 6 suckles on my penis and 4 Hail Marys.
and gargle my balls.
Yeah, jiggle on these nuts. Yeah, so I mean, no matter what you need, we have it lined up. If you're a comedian and you suck and you're looking for some new material, we have a comedian, a friend of ours. The name is Mr. The Keb. If you're looking for some good Asian food, hit me up. We can get a hold of Roger Wright. If you're wanting to talk to a chick with big tits, let us know. I'll cut up Mama D. Whatever you need, we got you. We'll hook you up. You want to... Yeah, we got everything. We got everything.
What else could you need?
What else could you need? Anyway,
well, I guess they decided we needed a hypnotist, so we got one of those too.
We got a hypno wellness person. I'm not, we're the only, some people might be like, why don't you guys just fucking join the Unfiltered Studios? And the reason being is because I'm a fucking asshole. That's why.
I'm the only one that can tolerate you long term.
You're the only person that can tolerate me. And I like to be able to talk shit. They're all pretty nice to everybody now, and I'm not. And I don't play by anybody's rules except this guy's. Even Mike knows. Mike is a co-host. He's 50-50 on this show, but he knows damn well I'm an asshole and I play steamroller. And,
it's Jay's show. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
Don't let anybody tell you. This is Jay's show. Mike is my Jim McMahon.
I'm your muse.
He's my muse. He's my court jester. See, I'm Tina Turner. He's just Ike slapping me around a little bit. That's another thing we probably shouldn't joke about. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Mike is very much a part of the show. If it wasn't for his musical ministry, I would never play music on the show anymore. So if you like the music, thank Mike for it. You notice how I don't play a song anymore.
Yeah.
Because I hate it.
Makes him too angry.
Mm-hmm. I hate music. And I hate you.
Perfect.
You're looking for love? Go fucking suck your mom's dick.
Yikes.
God damn, dude. I need to get off here. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for tuning in. Each and every Friday, we have a brand new motherfucking episode. And like I said earlier, if you want to hit us up with questions, comments, concerns, you want to tell us to suck off or kiss off, it's Keb Lives at Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. Don't hit him up because he'll send it to me. Hit up the hotline, 732-898-2068. We'll get a sign that we hang behind Mike on the next episode. We'll put something over his shoulder that says the phone number. And you can call us. Matter of fact, if I don't know how to pipe it into the live call, thank goodness, but I know that I can send out a number to people on this right now.
I don't think we can afford a call screener.
No, probably not. I can't.
But if you want to be a part of the show, you can let us know too.
That's right. Hit us up, motherfuckers. We are ready anytime.
And Jay will tell you, fuck you.
That's right. So like I always say, tune in each and every Friday. We appreciate you. And if nobody else wants to fuck you, do what I do. Go fuck yourself. We'll see you next time. Adios. Bye.
Arrivederci.